Again, a little bit of pressure. Market down ticking. All one area is our next support. All right, continue to down tick. Looking at the O1 area, the next support area there. We are trading mini S&Ps. We're looking for opportunities to scalp the market. Based on these levels that you see in the chat, in addition to any price action trades, we had a nice bounce there off of the 11. Did not have a good bounce there off of the 19. Kind of ran through there, but that's why we keep our stops in place. And now we're quickly coming down here to the O1 area. Again, I like to scale in around there, so I'm in there at 2, 1 and even. Not everybody has to trade that way. You have to trade according to your risk tolerance, and be mindful of that, and make sure you keep your stops in place all the time. We are scalping these markets. We're looking to take advantage of ebbs and flows, and so little areas, we're trying to find those areas of inflection to create scalping opportunities. As we kind of continue to down tick here, looking at the O1 area now. You can come down right here to O1. Keep your stops in place no matter what. All right, nice little quick bounce there against the O1 area. Again, we're scalping for 2 to 3 points, at least now for the time being. With this kind of volatility, that's what we're looking at. Obviously, that could change with more volatility. We'd have to look at bigger stops and bigger price targets. But for the time being, with this kind of volatility, even though it is a little bit, dicey, still stick with 2 points. All right, we had a nice bounce there to the 3. And now our net support level on the downside there would be at down at 16,839.93. Sorry. If you are taking the whole even area here, see what you can get out of it. Again, if you took the O1, got your profit there, make sure you keep a tight stop here so you don't lose any money on the trade. Or take a little bit of a profit, keep your profits intact. All right, it's trying to give us, there we go. All right. Even area held very nicely here, giving us good scalping opportunity against the O1, against the even. If you did jump in there, now our next support level down at 93. The market continues to down tick here. We'll have a number coming out here in about 6 minutes. Right, bouncing here against that even area. Again, not even usually works for a little bit. Now, next support level down here at 93, as you can see there in the chat. Again, we have to be a little bit patient here and wait for opportunities. We have our levels that we use as areas of that create opportunity. In addition to any price action trades that might occur. That rotation back up to the 1920 area was one, but you had to take a little bit of heat on that. Otherwise, we haven't really had too many price action trades since. But we average about 4 to 5 trades a day, and the keyword there is average. These days when markets have been kind of slow, but obviously after Wednesday's announcement about interest rates, we've been a little bit whipping around here, a little valley break, kind of going nowhere fast, kind of staying within that 69. Because of the new months, we're right in the same range that we've been trading for a while. All right, next area that we're looking at would be down at 93. Got a number coming out here in about 5 minutes. The settlement price is at 90.5. 90.5. That's the settlement price. We'll continue to downtick, looking at the 93 area. Nice little break here. Number coming out in a couple minutes. All right, looking at the 93, we do have a number coming out, so we like to be flat when numbers are released. So being a little bit patient here. Bouncing off here a little bit. So be careful here. We don't, like I said, we don't like to have any position down when numbers are released. Upside resistance would be around the 20 area. Downside there, Don. All right, the number is out. Going back down here to these interim lows. Be careful here at 93 only because of the number. Okay, quickly coming down here to the 93 area. Yeah, okay. If you're a little aggressive, maybe you're working in 93 area. Remember, we have 90 and a half as our settlement price. Be careful because it's right on the number. So it's a little riskier. All right, again, continue the downtick here. Do what I want to do around the settlement price and keep your stops in place. Again, you have to make an adjustment only because it was right on the number. And nice rotation there against the settlement price. Nice rotation against, again, if you made the adjustment because of the number coming out, maybe you got in a little bit better. And if you did, you got a nice little rotation back up here. You have to be mindful of the fact that the number was out and we were butting up against our level. So you have to make a little bit of an adjustment. The 90 and a half was a backup. And there was a nice little rotation against that if you did jump in there. Nice little pop back up here. Sometimes you just got to make that little bit of an adjustment to keep you in the game, and then all of a sudden you get the rotation we're looking for and not get stopped out. All right. Now coming back down there, a little bit of pressure here in the market again. And, giving out bonds rallying. Interesting, right? Bond yield, I think, was up 417, 420 at one point. So obviously a little bit better here. We'll see what's going to happen next. All right, next support level we're looking at is down here at 80. Okay, rotating down here. We're looking at 80 next. Wow, it's kind of clearing up our whole table here. 80 is our next support level. 78 is the uh, overnight low, so it's a little back up there. Yeah. Oh, nice little push here. All right, nice little rotation there. Wow, that's quick. A little resistance would still be around the green bands coming there around an 11. So nice little pop there. We did not get down. We had 80, did not get down there. Got down there to about 83 and change. All right, nice push back up here again. We got resistance around the 10, 11. All right, coming back up here. I mean, back down. We got getting whippy. Got all the way up here to gonna stay below the 97, 98 area and come back down. Come back down here. We had the resistance around the 11 area. All right, coming back down there to these interim lows. We're looking at 80 as our next support level. Well, definitely whipping around here. Be careful. Keep your stops in place. We did not get up to this resistance area up there. Looking at 11, got up to 97, came back down. All right, pushing these interim lows, looking at the 80 area. And then there's scalping the market, looking to take advantage of ebbs and flows. I wish I knew they were going to break it like 50 points here. Would have hang on. They didn't tell me. All right, staying higher on these interim lows, looking at the 80 area. Yeah, well, they did not get down to 80. retested that low and bounce back up here. All right, coming down here to the 80 area now. Again, we said the 78 is the overnight low. And working this 80 area here a little bit. All right, well, we're in the 80. See what it wants to do here. All right, just a couple points there against the 80. And there's a little bit more if you were able to hang on, if you have multiple contracts. Nice little rotation there against our 80 area. That time we took no heat. Got filled there at 80 and just popped right up. That was nice. Nice of it. Very nice of it to do that. Now below 80 here we get 73 and 63. So below 80 we got 73 and then 63. All right, nice rotation here against the our 80 area. There are the additional levels in the chat. All right, continue to stay continue to downtick here. Looking at the 73 area next. Ran through a lot of our numbers here. And think much was happening, but then again, what do I know? 73 is our next level that we're going to be focused in on. All right, they did not make a new overnight low. All right, getting a little bit choppy. Nice bounce there. They went and retested the overnight low. Maybe that's what they were trying to do. See if it was going to hold or not. Came back quickly back up here. We had the 80 area there. You maybe by 79 and maybe, well, that's not true. They did get down to 75, 76. They take that back. Just realized that right now. I just looked at that right now. So, but just kind of held and then moving forward, come back up here. Maybe they just want to retest the overnight low, see where it wants to go now.
Well, you gave out more numbers to the downside, so I guess it's going up.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
isn't that the way it normally works?
Yeah. And they went to retest it at low. They kind of held. And now, let's see. I don't know. There's a lot of pressure here on the market. I mean, there's no numbers or nothing. It was time to break anyway. Kind of giving up all their. We get below that Wednesday, Thursday low here. That Thursday, Friday's low. That could open up the door to 64 here. We close below that, then be a little bit bearish.
It's kind of like, why are they selling it off?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, they did sell it off on Friday.
Yeah.
And they had a kind of overnight kind of, well, they did rally nicely, but then the overnight rally was because they didn't like that. So I guess there's a little bit of pressure on the market. All right, well, we need a down tick now. Here at 73, kind of ran in through that. When it got down to 75 and change, you have to be a little bit careful there. That could be there, Greg. Who knows? All right, coming down here to 63 area now. All right, coming down here to 63 area. Okay, quickly going down. We got down here to 65 and a half, so we have 63. Let me give you some more numbers here. Below 50, 63, we got 53, 40, and then 22. All right, well, we bounced off of 65 here. So we got 53, 40, and then 22 on the downside in case we really decide to continue this move. All right, coming down here again, 63 area. Oops, no, it was 64 and a quarter. There are the additional levels in the chat. We get down to 64 and a quarter and stop. You just gotta wonder. Be careful there at 64, obviously. Okay, well, we got down to 64 and a quarter and popped back up here. So kind of a little annoying there because we went 63 and my first entry point was 64. And that's where I had it and not get filled. Getting a little choppy here. Right now, resistance would be around the even area.
Mm.
All right, quickly hopping back up here. So again, just missed out on our entry point down there. So be careful there at 63. Got down right down to 64 and a quarter. That's kind of annoying. Maybe if you're a little aggressive, you jumped in there a little bit ahead. We're able to get filled down there. Nice, nice rotation here. A little relief rally. All right, we had resistance at around even. Not get up there, obviously. All right, very, very whippy day today. We had a lot of opportunities, just not our levels. That's why we gave you some more levels here to the downside down. We had plenty of nice opportunities. Some of them did not work out perfectly. We had to keep our stops in place. And then there were others that worked out very nicely. Just never know, and that's why we always keep our stops in place no matter what. Again, nothing up here Yeah, the even would be our better resistance area. Could have made a case for right around here if they were very aggressive, but very choppy here. Okay, quickly coming back down here. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We don't mind questions. We are scalping many S&Ps. We're looking for opportunities to scalp the market based on the levels we gave out this morning in the chat that you see, in addition to any price action trades that might occur. A little volatility here to the downside. Market's kind of ran through a couple of our levels, but we've got some nice opportunities as well. All right, looks like we might be kind of hovering in this little bit of range here. Nice floating back up here. Let's see where it wants to go from here. Really good resistance would be around the even area up on top and kind of in the middle here. I know we got to be careful there at 63 because we got down here to 64 and a quarter. Bounced off. So we have to be a little bit mindful of that. A little bit more. We just kind of missed it by just a little bit. If we come back down to those lows, I'll probably look at the 53 next. Some better support just because of the volatility that's in there. Yeah, I agree with you. Definitely weird little market here this morning. I didn't expect to have this move here, especially well after Friday, but then they when retested the low, coming back up here now. See where it wants to go, but definitely under pressure here a little bit. All right, flashing all the way back up here to the settlement price here at 91, 90 and a half. Nice little rotation here. See our blue bands catching up here to the even area. That's where we have some resistance. Nice little pop back up here. You just never know with these markets. Never know what they're going to be focused in on. And so the resistance will be at even if we get up there. Nice little rally there. And we just missed down on entry point by just that much. Probably would have got stopped out at some point with a trailing stop or something, but would have been nice to get down the fill down there. All right. They did go. We're looking at the even area. Got up here to 93.5 and change. Just got a little bit, some legs back up here. Got some strength back in the market. And so be a little bit careful.
Hey, quick shout out to Larita. Hey, Larita, welcome. I sent you out a chat message. Open up the chat feature. Take a look at the message, read through it, and then let us know that you read it. Hey, Tina. Tina, you've been in before, right? Make sure you use the chat feature to respond. We also sent that chat message out to you, Tina. Oh, that's great. Well, welcome back. If you want to set up a time to talk privately, let me know. And we also have a link in there if you want to set up a trading consultation, through Zoom privately. It's part of that chat message. Spend a couple more days with us. Let us know if you want to stick around. If you want to subscribe, I also put the subscribe link in there for you. We have a nice discount right now. It's $150 a month. Larita, we need to hear from you. For those that are joining us through our socials, like us, share us, repost us, heart us. It's great for the algorithms. It's very helpful for us. And take a moment and pop right in. Follow the instructions on the bottom of your charts. We're coming into 11 a.m. We're going to be winding down this session and coming back again tomorrow. We look to do 2, 3, 4, 5 trades here. We look to pick up 2 points plus in each trade. Fade trades, momentum trades, long trades, short trades. We trade based on a price action trading methodology. that is teachable, learnable, and practicable by you. We encourage you to either have your own platform and set it up to simulated trading only until you get good enough to trade with real money. We set key levels right around the cash open and work those levels. We adjust and tweak around those levels based on the action of price. Pivot today was 69.26. We had resistance at 35, 47, 55, 64, and 74. Low, we had 19, 11, 01, 93, 80, 73, and 63. You can tell by the movement of the market that there's an opportunity to pick up points based on trades, entries, exits, and stops. And we teach you how to do that and then critique you based on your fine-tuning of your skill. That's what we do here daily. We have private one-on-one coaching. If you're interested, let us know. We're going to be coming out of our socials, and then we'll be coming out of this